Welcome. You're likely here because you're in your 60s, you're retired, or maybe you're thinking about retiring, and you're asking yourself this question. How much can I lose in the stock market and still be safe? How much can I lose in the stock market and still be on track to meet my income goals? Well, first, my name is Robert Martin. I'm a chartered financial consultant and a partner at Zenith Retirement Planning. To understand the answer to this question, you must first decide which of these three categories do you reside in? Are you relying primarily on the stock market for your income, or are you relying partially on the stock market, or are you not relying on it at all? You have plenty of guaranteed income from your Social Security and your pension, and you need nothing from the stock market. Or maybe you have a very high net worth portfolio, and it's simply way too much for you to spend. Therefore, you're not relying on it at all. If you're in the first two sections, you likely rely on your investment portfolio to some extent for income, and for that reason, want to achieve a reasonable rate of return and limit your losses. Reasonable rate of return being between 5 and 8%. Now, why 5 to 8%? Well, you want at least 3 to keep pace with inflation, and then you want extra to actually grow your money. So if you're in the 1 or 2 category and you're wondering, how much can I lose in the stock market? Here is your answer. It has a lot to do with the golden rule of 5 to 10%. In an ideal world, you don't want to lose anything more than 10%. But let's say, for example, above the 10%, underneath percent loss column, right above there you have minus 20% loss. Let's say, like most families in 2022, you lost between 20 and 30%. Was that too much? Well, consider a rate of return you'd need to make it back to even, to make your money back. Because it's not 20%. If you lose 20% on $1 million portfolio, you'd be down to $800,000. To get back to $1 million, you would need to make 25%. If you're retired, your portfolio is likely even more conservative than when you were working. So to make 25%, you either need to wait it out or take on even more risk to make your money back. I mean, how likely is it that you'd make 25% in a single year? Not that common, right? How about 2 years? How about 3? 4? It could take numerous years to make your money back. Why? Because you're also taking income. With that said, what happens if you lose 10%? Let's take a look at minus 10% underneath the percent loss column. If you had $1 million, that brings you down to $900,000. If you lost 10%, you would need an 11.1% rate of return to make your money back. Now, how probable is that? I like to think at a reasonable rate of return. Reasonable rate of return meaning between 5 and 8% per year, you could recover within 1 to 2 years. Now, it's called the 5 to 10% rule because if you're not taking on enough risk to lose at least 5% in the stock market, it's also likely you're not achieving a reasonable rate of return. And that could also be dangerous for your money because you need to outpace inflation. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video on risk in retirement and how much can I lose and still be safe. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.